Hi students, so in today's class we would like to learn what is a combinational logic design. So before going to a design of a circuit, so first of all we have to know what is a combinational circuit. So the combinational circuit, it is a phenomena. So in this combination, so if that any type of design may acts like as a combinational circuit, so those combinational circuit output only depends on the combination of present inputs. So that means whatever we are designed, so either it may be adder or subtractor or encoder or decoder or multiplexer, whatever the circuit. So if that circuit may works like as a combinational circuit, so the output of that circuit, the output either it may be a logic gate or either it may be a adder or subtractor or any type of circuit. So if that design may works like as a combinational circuit, so that will be that output, the output of the circuit only depends on the combination of present inputs. So that type of circuit we can call it as a combinational logic circuit. So if we are giving the group of inputs or applying a logic, so based on that logic, that behavior of the circuit may depends on at the present state of inputs. So that type of circuits we can call it as a combinational logic circuit. So the output depends on the present state of the input, so that doesn't contain any memory or any feedback from output to its input. So that type of circuits we can call it as a combinational logic circuit. So in this combinational logic circuit, so we have to learn. So first we have to learn, so what is a combinational circuit. So by seeing this diagram, so we'll definitely understand what is a combinational circuit. So here, so the logic circuits for digital system may be a combinational or sequential. So in digital systems, mainly we have to use two category of circuits. Those are nothing but combinational circuit or sequential circuit. So in this combinational circuit consists of input variables and the gates and the output variables. So if may design any type of logic, either it may be a combinational or sequential, so that may have the applied input variables and the group of logic gates and the output variable. So here the combinational circuit may have n inputs and m outputs. So the output may depend on only the present state of the output. So this is the block diagram of a combinational circuit. So in this we have to initially we have to learn what is a decoder. So decoder, so I think already this logic functions are the function of what is a decoder, what is encoder. So in decoder also we have so many decoders, that is the binary decoders. So that is a 2 into 4 decoder or 3 into 8 decoder. So overall these concepts are we are studied in your second year subject, that is switching theory and the logic design. So except from the operation or those details, so in this subject, so we have to learn the coding, VHDL coding for those circuits. So already you studied the operation and what is the output and what are the inputs for decoder, encoder and multiplexer, how the inputs will follows the output. The details already have I already studied in your subject. So in this mainly in this subject we have to learn the coding, that is nothing but VHDL coding. So how we will define a decoder in VHDL coding, so that will be implemented in Xilinx software. So that will be seen how we will write the coding for different combinational circuit. So basically a decoder so this will follow some analysis procedure. So to obtain the output boolean functions, from a logic diagram. So we have to follow these steps. So those are nothing but first step is so we have to label all gate outputs that are a function of input variables with arbitrary symbols. So that will determine the boolean functions for each gate output. So second, we have to label the gates that are a function of input variables and previously labeled gates with other arbitrary symbols. So that will find the boolean functions for these gates these gates. So next procedure is, so we have to repeat the above two steps so until the outputs of the circuit are obtained. So by repeated substitution of previously defined function, so we have to obtain the output boolean function in terms of input variables. So input variables. So by following that, we have to design any combinational circuit for different functions. So in this example, we have different functions. So those are nothing but T1, T2 and T3 and F1, F2, and by using the T1 and T2, T3, so we have to write a combinational boolean function. So whenever you see in this example, whenever we are observing T1 is equal to A plus B plus C, so it is one of the combinational function. That means, so it is a, so one individual variable odd with B and the another individual variable odd with C. So that is simply this will be this function will perform a 3-input OR gate, a 3-input OR gate. So whenever we give A, B, C 3 inputs to a simple OR gate, so the output of the OR gate is A plus B plus C. That means A variable odd with B and the B variable odd with C. That means if we are defining this truth table in a truth table manner, so the input, if we are considering the inputs are A, B, C, so that will be if the A 0, A is 0 and the B is 0, C is 0, so we have to add with 0 plus 0 plus 0, so the resultant is 0. So based on that, we get a 3 input OR gate. The resultant gate is 3 input OR gate. So when we observe the function of T2, so it is A into B into C. That means A and B and C. So the three variables and they will perform the AND function. That means that is nothing but 3 input AND gate. 3 input AND gate. So AND is nothing but so we have to multiply the operation between one variable to another variable. We have to multiply the operation, that is 0 into 0 into 0, so 0, or 0 into 0 into 1, so that will be 0. So if the any both inputs are high, so when the AND gate output will be high means whenever the both that means how many combinations. So if you have 4 input or 3 input, so if the all are ones, so then we will get the AND gate output is variable. So we will fulfill that is T1 function, T2 function with 3 input OR gate and 3 input AND gate. So whenever we are observing T3, so it is the function of F2 bar into T1. F2 bar in F2 is nothing but AB plus AC plus BC. AB plus AC plus BC. So to perform these functions, so we required a logic gates. So whenever we combining, so we get so finally we get the F1 is equal to, so T3 plus T2, so that is equal to, so here the T3 is nothing but F2 dash that is F2 dash T1 plus A B C. T2 is A B C. So finally when we get that means when we fulfill, that is this is nothing but A bar B plus AB plus C. So and the resultant is so we get A bar B C bar and A bar B bar C plus A B bar C bar plus A B C. So the resultant function, so whenever we are observing So at the output of F1, so we get T2 plus T1. So and that will be given to another AND gate. So at here we get the T3. So T3 is nothing but F2 dash T1, F2 dash T1. So whenever we give T2 and the T3 as one OR gate, so finally we get the F1 functionality. So by following this, so we will get the resultant combinational function. So whenever we are observing F2 is equal to AB plus AC plus BC, so that means we need three AND gates to get three product terms, that is AB and AC plus BC. So from that three product terms, so whenever we combining those three product terms with a OR gate, so that will give AB plus AC plus BC. So finally at output of this OR gate we will get the F2 functionality. So this is a simple combinational simple combinational circuits. So whenever we have a boolean function, so from that boolean function we have to design, or by using logic gates we have to design any type of combinational circuit. So in this one of the combinational circuit is a decoder. So in this, a decoder is a multiple input and multiple output logic circuit, so that converts coded inputs into coded outputs. So this decoder is a multiple input and multiple output logic circuit, so that converts coded inputs into coded outputs, where the input and output codes are different. So the input code generally it has fewer bits than the output code. So and there is a one-to-one mapping from input code words so into output code words. So in this one-to-one mapping, each input code word produces a different code word. So a decoder is a multiple input and multiple output logic circuit, so that converts the coded inputs into coded outputs, so where the input and output codes are different. So the input code is generally has fewer bits than the output code, and there is a one-to-one mapping from input code words into output code words. So in one-to-one mapping, each input code word produces a different code word. So that means we have decoder is n into 2 power n 2 power n output code words. So n is nothing but so we are having for example we can consider n is equal to 2, then 2 power square is equal to 4 output. That means so from this we get 2 into 4 decoder. So if as n is equal to 3, n is equal to 3, and the output 2 power cube is 2 2s are 4 and 4 2s are 8. So the output is 3 into 8 decoder. So the decoder input and outputs may depend on n into 2 power n code words, n into 2 power n words. So if we are considering two inputs for decoder, so that will the combination will give 4 output, that is the 4 output for decoder. So if we are giving 3 inputs, so that will be 8. If n is equal to 4, so that will give 16. 4 into 16 decoder. 4 into 16 decoder. So in this decoder also we are having different type of decoders. That is the binary decoder and dual 2 to 4 decoder and 3 to 8 decoder. So we have a logic diagram and the logic function for each and every decoder. That is so we have to cascade the binary decoder, and we have to write this code for that is VHDL code in data flow style and the behavioral style and the structural style also. So the basic concept of the decoder. So decoder is a multiple input and the multiple output logic circuit, so that converts the coded inputs into coded outputs. So the general structure of a decoder will be, so it will be shown this diagram. So the enable inputs, so if present, so must be asserted if that is asserted for the decoder to perform its normal mapping function. So otherwise the decoder maps all input code words into a single disabled output code word. So the most commonly used output code is a 1 out of m code, so which contains m bits, where one bit is asserted any time. So the 1 out of 4 code is active outputs. So the code words are so the combination of the code words are 00 0001 and 0010 0100 and 1000 with the active low outputs. So the code words are active high outputs are 1110 1101 1011 and 0 So these are the basic function of a code word. So to get a boolean function, so we may use the truth table. So by whenever we design a logic, so from the truth table also we can find the boolean function, or otherwise we have also used the Karnaugh map method. By using the Karnaugh map method also, so we can collect the number of combinations from the truth table. So whenever we short out that code from the Karnaugh map, so from that also we can design a boolean function. We will get a boolean function. So from that boolean function, so uh, we have to study any type of combinational circuit, that is either it may be a full adder or off adder. So that will be by using binary adder and subtractor. So here we will see what is a binary adder and the subtractor. So in this a combinational circuit, so that performs the addition of two bits is called a off adder. So the combinational circuit will work like as a binary adder and subtractor also. So in this concept we have see what is a binary adder. So in the adders we have mainly two types of adders. One is the off adder and another one is the full adder. So here the combinational circuit that performs the addition of two bits. That means whenever we are adding two bits, so that will be we can call it as a off adder. So the truth table for the off adder is, so it we have two outputs, that is sum and the carry. We have two inputs, the x and y. So whenever we combine those two inputs, we get the sum functionality and the carry functionality. So we are adding two bits at a time, so that will be call it as a off adder. So whenever we have to add three bits at a time, so that we can call it as a full adder. So we will see detailed operation of off adder and the implementation of off adder and the full adder. So here we combining three input combination, that means we get the sum. So we have to add x and y bar and x bar and y bar with and functions. So that will be given to a OR gate. We will get the sum function, that is s is equal to xy bar and the x bar y. So this will be again realized, or we can the entire combination will be connected as a simple exclusive OR gate, XOR gate. So from that also we will get some functionality. So we have two inputs. So from the exclusive the output of the XOR gate is nothing but s is equal to exclusive y exclusive y. So that is nothing but x bar y plus xy bar. So we'll get the sum functionality, and we give another and combination. So if the both inputs are given to another gate, and so from that we get the carry output. So the simplest adder, so it will be called as a off adder. So it adds two 1-bit operands x and y, and producing a 2-bit sum. So the sum can range from 0 to 2, so which requires 2 bits to express. So the low order bits of the sum may be named as off sum hs, and the higher order bit may be named as co, that means carry out. So we can call it as the carry out. So we can write the following equations for that is the sum of sum functions and the carry out functions. The hs is equal to x of XOR exclusive y, so that is nothing but x dot y bar plus x bar dot y, and the carry out carry is nothing but x into y. So whenever we get this logic functions, so we get the logical operation. So next, the full adder. So full adder, so it will be to add operands with more than one bit. So we must provide for carries between bit position. So the building block for the full adder is so here we have the implementation of full adder in some of products. So we have the combination, the 3 input combination, that is 0 0 1 and the 0 0 and the 1 1. So whenever given to the exclusive OR gate, so we get the sum functional, and the carry is also the two products combinations will be given to OR gate, that is xy plus xz plus yz plus. So we get the carry combination. So in a boolean expression, so that is s is equal to x bar y bar z plus x bar y z bar plus x y bar z bar plus x y z, and the c is equal to xy plus xz plus yz. So from the truth table also, so we write the two table combinations. So when we place the truth table combination in a Karnaugh map, so from that also we will get the sum and the carry function, so that full adder is so it will be operands with more than one bit, so it must provide for carries between bit position. So this type of expressions are the gate, we can call it as a full adder. So in simply, so a combination circuit that may adds 3 bits at a time, so that will be call it as a full adder. So it beside the added bit inputs x and y, so a full adder has carry bit input and the cin. The sum of the 3 inputs can range from 0 to 3, so which can still be expressed with just 2 output bits, that is sum and the cout. So it have the following equations. So another one is another implementation is binary adder. So this is also called ripple carry adder. So because of the construction with full adders are connected in a cascade, so if you consist, so either it may be add more than 4 bits at a time, so that will be, it will be call it as a binary adder. So here we add that here we take n number of full adders in a cascaded manner. So we can also call it as a ripple carry adder. So here we have the c naught and the a1 b1. So by following with, we get the s naught, and the carry will be given to the next stage of the full adder. So from this we will get the binary adder. So here we know what is the carry propagation. So it will be causes a unstable factor on a carry bit and produces a longest propagation delay. So that means the signal from ci to the output carry ci plus 1, so it will propagates through an AND and OR gates. So for an n bit RCA, that is ripple carry adder, So there are two n gate levels for the carry to propagate from its input to output. So because of the propagation delay, we will affect the output signals on different time. So the signals are given enough time to get the precise and stable output. So the most widely used technique to employs the principle of carry look ahead to improve the speed of the algorithm. So that means we have to improve the speed of the algorithm or speed of the operation. So apart from the off adder and the full adder, so we will go for carry look ahead adder. Carry look ahead adder. So this is the logic diagram for the carry look ahead generator, and so we will also uh, uh, combine this carry look header with a binary adder. So the delay time for n bit carry look ahead adder, that will be depends on XOR plus and plus or into plus XOR operation. So this is about the different dynamic combinational.